Alright Blues, welcome back to Predict the Team. I'm joined by Alex, and this is the strand where we're going to pick the team that we think will play against Monchengladbach on Wednesday, but we want you to comment below, tell us which team you think will play on Wednesday. But let's crack on. Caballero started against Spurs. Do we think and are we hoping to have Joe Hart back in goal?
I think we will see Joey Hart. No one's 100% sure why Caballero came in. I presume it was some sort of not hand straight like that, but we'll, that's between Pellegrini, Joe Hart and Willy Caballero. I think most City fans would want to see Hart back as soon as possible. I thought Caballero did all right. On set pieces, he was woeful, but by and large, I thought he made some good reactions.
I don't think there was any confidence for the players in front of him. It was all a bit mismatch. We haven't played like that. I think Hart needs to come back in, doesn't he? Especially for this big game. So we're both Willy out. Moving on to the back four, Kolarov and Sanya, of course, because we don't have any other fit fullbacks at the moment. Although I think Zabaleta might be on the bench for this game. He'll be back in the squad.
I'd like to see Zabaleta back in the team. Sanya's been a rock, but
maybe this is the game where, if Zabaleta's fit, maybe this is the game where he gives him the run out. Sanya must be knackered. He's played all the games this season, so. But maybe, and then the back two I think is vital for this game. We had Otamendi and Demichelis at weekend. It didn't really click. It didn't really work.
To say the least, I think it didn't work at all.
No.
I think it looked like two very talented individual players that were playing on their own nearby each other, as opposed to working as a unit, which I think you need to do.
Which Company and Mangala had sorted, didn't they, in the first 5 games, and it's just a shame that they both got injured at the same time. But I'm hoping we see the return of our captain. We're going to go for Vincent Kompany in midfield, in defence again, and who's going to partner?
I think I forgot Otamendi.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
I think it does look solid, Otamendi.
Yeah, he made a few weird mistakes. Nothing like glaring, just things where it seemed like he hadn't played at this kind of tempo and things. So it'd be nice to see Otamendi and Kompany develop a partnership, make it difficult for Mangala to come back in.
I'm going to come and catch up with you because I've moved all the way back.
That's fine.
You're blowing me away with your expert analysis, Adam. But I think with Otamendi as well, though, he's a bit of a hard man. He looks tough.
He's nailed.
And I think with Zabaleta out of the team, we do need that sort of player around. So I'm going to say Otamendi in.
Otamendi and Kompany. Moving into the midfield, Yaya is the big question mark. He came off against Spurs. So I think we both agree that we're not going to have him in the starting 11, although we'd like to see him. So it's both Ferners, isn't it? Fernando and Fernandinho, who I think were excellent against Spurs. Fernando was great against Sunderland, great against Spurs.
Yeah, Fernando's pulled his socks up, and I think against Spurs, he was one of the few players that played 90 minutes, and played to the whistle, and I think he credit where it's due.
Fernandinho has been, for me, our best player this season, so he walks into the side. So we've got those two, and then we've got the front three, or behind our striker. We don't think Silva's going to be fit. That's us. Pellegrini will tell us in his press conference today. So we'll know that later, but we're going to be err on the side of caution and not have Silva in the team, unfortunately, which can only leave Sterling on the left, Navas on the right, is that right? Navas or Nasri? Navas, hasn't it?
I think Pellegrini prefers Navas. Yes. And also, I think, he's got an explosion of pace. And I bash Navas quite a lot on the channel, but let's look at it this way. Against West Ham, Navas put in 13 crosses. And here's the thing, none of those crosses connected. But how many other wingers are creating 13 chances a game?
I think I could put those balls in. No, I think that Navas is going to be vital, especially in this kind of game. In the Champions League as well, he gets back a lot. We're having Navas in anyway. Yeah. De Bruyne in his number 10 role. He's been a bit of a shining light, hasn't he? In the games that we've lost as well, he's coming at the worst time possible. Losing games, but he's brilliant against Sunderland. Great against West Ham when we lost, and very good for the majority of the weekend, shall we say. Yeah. And then Sergio Aguero leads the line again. We've got no other fit strikers. Aguero's been strangely off colour.
It's snatching at chances. Yeah. But here's the thing, City are very predictable, and this is what frustrates me, is that we have all this creative talent, but we're locked in and you knock it down the right, you hold up the ball, you wait for Sanya to overlap, and the ball gets whipped in. Yeah. And against a slow fullback, that'll beat them. But against an organised team like Tottenham, it becomes very predictable. Vertonghen and Alderweireld came in, and Aguero got locked out. And I think it's quite difficult to look at that and you think, well, actually, Aguero, you can then mark him out of the game. Yeah, and we need to be getting a bit more creative and being a little bit more get Aguero playing football again.
That's where we missed David Silva. So we'll unpick that defence, but that's now Kevin De Bruyne's job. So
let's have a look at it.
So that's our predicted 11. Let us know yours in the comments below. That's important. We want to know what team you think Pellegrini will pick. Not the team you want necessarily, because we've still got a lot of players out. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already, please, and we'll see you again soon.
This is Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Subscribe to Blue Moon Rising TV for a knockout time.